Black Magic, brand new for 2013 Scary Farm. Daniel Miller, everybody.
The concept of black magic happened last month. I saw a documentary on Harry Houdini, and I was really fascinated by the story of him going through seances and him really interested in the occult. And he whispered a word to his wife, and he said that if I die, I will tell you this word through a medium. And every year after his death, around 1930s, he would go or she would go and try to make contact with Harry Houdini. But the concept we came up with was, why don't we take an old magic theater and actually have him come through with all these magic or illusionists that are demonic. And so you get a tour of this burnt-out theater that's really grotesque and gory as well, and you get to see all this kind of magic tricks that have gone wrong, and it's a really cool kind of Art Deco style. I'm going to have lots of fun with it.
I've seen Daniel working on this maze, and the drawings are not pretty. I mean, they're horrific, right? This is a really horrific maze. You know, Houdini is back, and he's really upset. All right, you ready for one more? Yeah! Brand new for 2013 is The Gunslinger's Grave. A brand new maze concept I'm going to let Gus tell you all about.
Well, The Gunslinger's Grave is set in the year 1883 in the Old West. It's a town that nobody's ever heard of, so don't look it up. Basically, you've got a corrupt mayor who's hired the Red Hand Gang to kill a local gunslinger who got way too close to the mayor's corruption. So he sent the gang out, they burned down his house, they killed his family, and they thought they killed the gunslinger, but they were wrong. So he's not dead, he's pissed off, and he's on his way to get some revenge. So you as a guest will get to walk in the footsteps of the gunslinger on a path of revenge throughout the Old West.
Now, you were telling me about this earlier. There is a really cool concept in it about buildings versus outside. Can you describe that? Because that's worth telling.
As a matter of fact, I can. The cool thing about this maze is, first and foremost, yes, there's a lot of, there's cowboy stuff in Knott's Berry Farm. I know that comes as a shock to you guys. But
what?
I know, it's crazy. But here you're going to see the Old West in a light you've never seen before. It's not set in a supernatural world like Ghost Town is. This is real people doing real stuff, real dirty, real nasty, real scary. And the cool part is when you do walk through this will be at the lake location where Fallout Shelter used to be. When you are inside a building, you're actually inside a building. And when you walk outside, you will be walking outside. So you're going to have the difference when you're outside, you're going to feel dirt beneath your feet. When you're inside, you're going to feel that wood beneath your feet. So that's something we really haven't been able to do here in the past, and I think it's going to be really exciting and cool for everybody.
Fantastic, Gus. The one thing I should say as we're going through these is that the concepts that these guys come up with are totally original. They are made and they're grown right here at Knott Scary Farm. There are mythology and lore and legends, and it's challenging because you're not basing it on a movie property or a video game. It's actually from the minds of the designers, and that frees them up to do anything they want to do. Am I right? There are no limitations. And a lot of the special effects that you see in the mazes are 99% of them are created right here for us. So it's not an off-the-shelf, pop out, go something. It's something that Gus has gotten with the designers. This is what I'm looking for. The mechanical people, which are geniuses, get together and put it all together. So it is a testament to the incredible hard work that they do in the middle of summer to make something scary in fall. So we give it up for the designers. And yeah. And all the hard-working people behind the scenes who are building stuff right now. We had a heat wave. Forevermore is going up right now during the heat wave. So the only thing forevermore out there is the heat. All right. What's next? Mirror, mirror. new. Tell us about the Mirror Maze.
Well, the Mirror Maze is actually quite unique. Several fans have come up to me and asked, well, it's called a maze, why can't you get lost? In this one, you can actually get lost.
What a concept! Which is nice, because a lot of people tell me to simply get lost,
So the feeling behind it is the Green Witch has found a cursed mirror, has cursed a mirror, and anyone who peers into it is sucked into this world of mirror and mechanical doodads and machinery. So
Steampunk.
yes,
I like doodads.
it's very steampunk and it's very cool. Again, you can get lost, but there's definitely hot touches to it, and it's definitely a mirror maze as well. So.
And if I could add, I'd like to add that
Sure.
doodads were made in-house.
All right.
You can't just go to a store and buy these doodads.
No. If you want the finest doodads, you gotta make it from scratch. Now, let that sink in. We've never had a maze here where you were just sort of sent in and the guy said, well, good luck, I'll see you in a couple hours. You could conceivably go in this mirror maze and encounter somebody who says, look, I've been here since Tuesday. They keep switching the exit. I have no idea where I'm at. Tom Hanks runs by with a volleyball. It can get really ugly in there. So, I'm excited about that. We've never had a maze here. There was a mirror maze like way back in Haunt 2 or 3, right? But never in Modern. And in Modern, I mean like 85 up. I mean, that's how old I am, 85 up. Have we had a maze where it was simply go in and good luck getting out? That's terrifying to me. That's fantastic. Because so many of our mazes, you know, they're drawn out so well with a plot that you know, like, oh, this room is going to lead into that room. But the mirror maze is like, well, good luck. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure maze. Everybody know what a choose-your-own-adventure is? To uncover the mystery of the clock, turn to page 37. All right, I'm stalling because I'm really excited about what's about to appear on that screen. Laura, is this the one that's going to come up that I know I'm talking about?
Talk about choose your own adventure.
Yes, right. How many of you, I can't see your hands, so you're going to have to yell. How many of you came to Haunt 2012, not Scary Farm? And how many of you took a leap of faith that we called Trapped? For those of you that don't know, the 2 or 3 in the back, Trapped was a test. And the test was, will the Haunt fans trust us? Will they go into a maze that we don't tell them anything about it? No pictures, just a logo, and there's an upcharge to it, a minimal upcharge to it. We were nervous. We wanted to do things in Trapped that we had never done before. The stuff in Trapped made people scream louder than anything I have ever seen. And the leap of faith that we took, we give it up to the Haunt fans. Trapped was sold out every night. That was stunning to me. There was never any downtime in Trapped. It was exciting. We did stuff in there like we had dreamed of for years. We even had a safe word. The maze had a safe word. Does anybody know the safe word? That's right, it was boysenberry. If you said boysenberry, it meant you had to get out of the maze right that second. Everything stopped and you were walked out and you weren't given a refund.
Now, everyone that said boysenberry will have to swear.
You're all going to have to leave, that's right. We had boysenberries in the first room. We had people who paid the full price, walked in for 12 seconds, and were walked out. And we couldn't have been happier. It was so exciting. We have people here tonight who work Trapped, who know exactly what I'm talking about. Grown men dropping to their knees, people crying. The guy Chewy from Kiss FM grabbed me and held me in a tight embrace and said, Jeff, we made it. That's what Scary Farm is about. And I have been asked via Facebook, via people I know, would Trapped return? And what we said online was if you didn't go through it that first year, that experience was gone forever. Because it was a one-shot only. So if we had to bring it back, we'd have to call it something else. Trapped, the new experiment. Trapped is back. And we've listened to you folks. It's longer. It's scarier. It's going to pry the word boysenberry out of you, and I'm going to let Laura Hanneman tell you all about it.
Yeah, it's all based on your all new fears and phobias, and we hope to hit every one of them. And it's still an interactive experience. We're going to make it harder puzzles. You need to figure out how to get out of this. And we also are opening a VIP lounge that you can go in if you buy a ticket for Trapped that night and go in anytime that night.
That's only for Trapped people.
Hey, Deb, there's a room that I am scared to go through.
Yeah, there's a room that I designed that I'm not going through.
We don't want to do it.
I'm already calling boysenberry on this one.
Yeah. I've been in the designing meetings about Trapped, and I'm not allowed to give anything away. You wouldn't want me to. Trapped has to be something that you experience room to room where your eyes get really big. But let me tell you, when they told me and shown me some of the stuff that we're going to put guests through, I am stunned. It is some of the most hardcore, scary stuff I have ever seen. And you hardcore Scary Farm fans are hard people to scare, trust me. But we're going to do it. And Trapped, the new experiment, will be just that. And it's all new. There are no rooms from last year being reused. So if you went through it last year, rest assured when you go through it this year, it's all new, baby.
And that's one of the challenges, I think, of Trapped is that we try to get something that will scare us. We're kind of, we've been through these mazes. We're used to these monsters. They're our children, basically. So we're not really afraid of them. But now, this is something that we are afraid to go in. So I think that we're excited about it.
And what's great is that it was a lot of it was based on feedback, because when people went through Trapped last year, I took a lot of groups through, a lot of bloggers, a lot of Facebook people, a lot of online people, and a few of them would grab me, and their knuckles would just turn white, and they would say, "You have to tell me what's in there." And I said, "Well, I can't. It's more fun if I don't." And then they would say, "Well, as long as X isn't in there." Well, 2 or 3 of those things that people said, I'm like, "We got to do that." So, those of you that went through with me, rest assured, I won't say what, but some of your phobias and your fears, they're in there. Yeah. All right, Trapped, the new experiment. That's all the new mazes, right? All right, so let's do a really quick, I have some questions I got off of Facebook. All right, we're going to ask the designers some questions real quick. Hey, Brooke. How does it feel to be a woman designer in this scary, scary world?
Well, I actually don't find there's any bias. It's a lot of fun. I find that me as a woman, I can still scare the pants off of people, still a very scary person, and I can also bring a feminine touch that perhaps our male designers can't.
All right. Let's hear it for the Scary Farm ladies. All right. Real quick, down the line. When do you guys start planning for next year's haunt?
All year long.
We don't stop.
You never stop, right?
Never stop.
It never stops.
I have at least 2 in the shoot ready to go.
Ready to go. All right. Down the list, Brooke, what scares you?
I'm terrified of fish and large bodies of water. I kid you not.
I didn't know she was going to say that. You're terrified of fish?
Fish, yeah.
Yes, she is.
All right, well, we're going to play on fish afterwards. Daniel, what scares you?
Well, I'm just a normal